What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So, of course, Deshaun Watson ends up with the Browns, which puts him out of the running for the Saints. Really surprised. Yeah, at first I thought one of the teams was going to be Cleveland. Then there was rumors come out and said no, he didn't waive his no trade clause. Now he's with the Browns. So now that leaves the Saints in a conundrum. Right now, the Saints do not have a quarterback. It's pretty clear Taysom Hill is not the answer. So they did offer a contract to Jameis Winston, who has also talked to the Colts. They have struggled to replace Drew Brees. They have not had a plan to replace Drew Brees, kind of like the Pittsburgh Steelers did not have a plan to replace Ben Roethlisberger. At least not a good plan. Now we'll go into the Steelers in another video, but this one's on the Saints. They have a good offensive line. They have a pretty good receiving core. They have a young tight end in Adam Trautman that they drafted a couple years ago who's really good. They have a decent defense that they can make better. They have some draft capital. They haven't made a bunch of huge splashes in free agency, which they really don't need to necessarily. But they can add some pieces here on some one-year deals. You know, guys are going to get cut. They can add pieces as the season moves along. The biggest question, and it is a big one because it's one of the most important positions in the NFL, is quarterback. What are the Saints going to do at quarterback? Could they possibly, I don't see it happening, but maybe, make a trade for Derek Carr? That's pretty unlikely. Derek Carr, I think, is set in stone to be a Las Vegas Raider for the rest of his career, more than likely. Nothing's impossible. We've seen it this offseason. Anything can happen. I mean, Deshaun Watson went to the Browns over the Saints. Go figure. Who would have thought that 10 years ago? Nobody. So anything is possible. The more likely scenario, they're able to re-sign Jameis Winston, which is still not a great deal because he wasn't having a terrific season last year before he got hurt. And who's to say he would have ended up having a good season or a great season? It's more than likely or not he had an average, maybe a little above average season last year if he'd been able to finish all the games. That aside, you have Jimmy Garoppolo. Good quarterback, would fit well. But he's out 16 weeks with a shoulder injury, throwing shoulder injury. So he won't be around for many camps, OTAs. He won't be able to get a feel with his new teammates, his new receivers. So they're going to be behind the 8 ball in that regard. Still an option. Another option is they trade for quarterback Baker Mayfield. How likely is it? I don't know. Because I don't know how well Baker would fit. But it is an option. And no matter what they do, I think they will still try and draft a quarterback this year. Whether it's a Kenny Pickett or a Sam Howell or a Carson Strong. Maybe in later rounds, a Bailey Zappi or a Jack Cohen or one of those guys. So, if I were them, I would trade for Baker Mayfield. He's probably the best option and most likely to start day one. And he's not always hurt like Jimmy Garoppolo. You'd have to probably give up a lot for Derek Carr. And I would draft a quarterback, probably in the second round, maybe first if I still have an option there. If Malik Willis is available, you probably draft him. Kenny Pickett's available. Sam Howell. I would go with a Matt Corral or a Sam Howell, maybe Carson Strong. Or you could go Bailey Zappi. He's a good option. You could also go Carson Strong. You could also go Jack Cohen. Caleb Ellaby as an option in the later rounds. You have plenty of options. And I think you have enough capital. If you go after Baker Mayfield, you're not going to be picking a quarterback until later in the second round or so. So let me know what you guys think the Saints should do. And like, share, subscribe, comment, hit notifications, like and subscribe to the channel. It helps the channel out. I'll see you guys on the next one.